USA, 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 USA. And the women get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, U.S. Women's National Hockey Team on their gold medal. Well done. What a fantastic game. I thought we didn't have a chance there at the end, but the team captain, the five-time Olympian, comes through in the crunch, tips that puck right in front of the net and over the Canadian goalie. And we tied it up with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left of the contest. We go to overtime. And one of the most incredible goals I've ever witnessed. A pass from behind the net from the defenseman up along the boards. And she beats the defender, goes behind her back, and tips the puck in. It was unbelievable. It went over the pad, not through a 5-hole, right over her pad. And the USA win the women's gold. We got, so disappointing in Beijing in 2022, but this time they come through with the gold. Fantastic. Double gold today, folks. We struck gold twice today. The women in hockey and Alicia Liu, a comeback kid who was Olympian at 14, left the sport for 4 years, came back because she missed it, loved it, out skiing with friends, and wins Olympic gold. An incredible performance. It was fantastic. The 17-year-old Japanese phenomena, I thought her performance was pretty darn good, but the judges gave her 140, whereas the gold medal winner got a 150, and she dropped from gold to bronze, but still medaled. She looked heartbroken, but nonetheless exciting. What a competition. What a day for Olympic sport today. It was amazing, ladies and gentlemen. And here I am with my Team USA rugby jersey from the 2018 Olympic team that went to Pyongyang. USA. USA. Not my favorite jersey. This one's customized with one of my favorite players on the back, Chris Bork. Son of Ray Bork, professional hockey player, played briefly in the National Hockey League, but one of the legends of the American Hockey League, Chris Bork. Played in Munich as well. Fantastic hockey player. One of my favorites. USA. USA. We have another chance at a medal in hockey, but we've got to win tomorrow against Slovakia. Slovakia is not an easy win. They're one of the top teams out there. The USA men must come through and defeat Slovakia tomorrow. If they can defeat Slovakia, they'll guarantee themselves a medal, gold or silver. Preferably gold. It would be great to go to the final and beat the Canadians twice. Wouldn't that be amazing? The Canadians, for their part, were quite sourpusses. Oh my goodness, did you see the sourpusses on their faces? Very bad losers. Very bad losers. Canada, such bad losers. They're so disappointed. I remember when the women lost in Beijing, they came straight out on the ice and shook the Canadians' hands, and they smiled despite their disappointment. But this time, the Canadians wouldn't even come on the ice. It took the captain. It took our captain to go over, Hillary Knight, to go over and remind them that this is a game. You need to come on the ice. And they did. Very embarrassing for the sourpuss Canadians. Bunch of sad sacks. But here is the top player, one of the top players in the world, Poulin. And Poulin, look at this look on her face. It's disappointment, but their behavior was atrocious. It was very pathetic to watch them. Very poor sports the Canadians were. Look at her. There you go. Well, the Canadians are welcome to cry. I understand. They wanted to win. But to be such poor sports because they didn't win the gold when they've already won 5 gold medals. 7, actually. And they played 7 of the 8 games against the Americans. The Americans have only won 3 of those. And they've won 5. What is it? Yeah, 3. Yeah, they've won 5. But there's Poulin. Look at that sourpuss. One of the best hockey players on the planet, but not a good sport. Not even remotely good sport. Very pathetic on their part. Very sad to see this behavior from the Canadians. But hey, that's what you get when you've got dingbats, doorknobs running your country. This is how the athletes behave. Skill, grit, no excuses, no kneeling. I published on my X account, which is active again. I thank the American women for their determination, for their doggedness, for their style of play, for their dominance, and most especially for their respect for the flag and the anthem. They were standing, not kneeling like the pathetic women's rugby team in New Zealand, those useless turds. They stood, they sang, arm in arm. Now, a couple of them don't know the words, obviously, so they were mouthing it, but most of them knew the words. It was heartfelt, the tears they were choking back. It was the best of America, what we saw on performance today. And I thought, for a moment there, we were in trouble because, quite frankly, after the Canadians scored that goal, which was a hell of a goal, that goal that was scored was amazing. A great pass across the ice and just inside the post to beat the American goalie, Frankel. That was an incredible goal. Nothing against Frankel, but Canadians earned that goal in the second period. And from that time until the last 4 minutes of the game, the Americans, quite frankly, were pedestrian. The women did not look very good. They looked out of sorts. They were lucky that more goals weren't scored. Frankel made a couple amazing saves to keep this game at 1-0. Had we gone down 2-0, we wouldn't have had a chance. But then, with a little over 2.5 minutes, around 2.5 minutes left in the game, we pulled our goalie. Frankel went out, and the Americans went to 6 skaters with a face-off in the Canadian zone. They never let the puck out of the zone. And then a great shot from the top of the blue line, and then right there in front of the net, Hillary Knight taps it in right over the goalie, and we tie it up with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left. And from that moment on, we knew we could win. It was incredible. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And then the goal in overtime, man, I feel bad for the Canadians. But if you're going to get beat, why not get beat one of the most amazing athletic performances ever in hockey? I mean, you got to give it to them. This was a game for the ages. We had 3 men's games out of 4 quarterfinals go into extra time yesterday. The Americans beating Sweden, the Canadians winning their game against the Czechs, and the Finns beating Switzerland, I think it was. Yeah, it was unbelievable. 3 of 4. Wow. No, I don't know. I saw the video based on the Briefly article. The woman who wrote it's a racist bigot. I did that video. That's a disgusting racist pig, who obviously has problems with white people. But she lives in Atlanta. That's not a shocker. It's the heartland of black racism, from what I've seen. Black folks in most of the country are pretty fine, but a lot of black folks in Atlanta are racist bigots. Yep. So let me say hello to everybody in the chat and see what we got going on here, folks. I mean, I never get to wear this jersey. Last time I wore this jersey is 2018. Actually, no, I wore it to a couple of hockey games when Chris Bork was still playing, but that was it. So 2018, 2019, that's the last time. But yeah, 2019 is the last time I wore this jersey. Yep. Dawn Janssen van Rensburg, CB is here. Max, Heinrich, Kanada. Now you guys can see, excuse me, my passion isn't just deep for rugby, it's deep for ice hockey too. Yep. In fact, this coming weekend, not this weekend, but the next weekend when I'm in Pittsburgh to meet Bruce the Service Dog and the lovely Oosthuizen family, I will also, on my way out of town, be going to the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Vegas Golden Knights at an arena in America where Patriots reign. I've been there to watch the Blue Jackets play, and these people all sing the anthem. I'm looking forward to it. Momo, what's going on there? Mad Max is here. Mad Max is in America, folks. He has landed, and his vacation time is over. It's time to get him back to working his tail off for his unpaid position as a moderator on this channel. Mandy von Ryan. Max sent me some photographs of the support he got. Max, can I share any of those photographs? Can I share the photographs of what you wound up seeing? Just curious. Problem is I got to download them. No, never mind. I have to download them. It's because otherwise it shows your name, and I'm not going to do that. All right. But he had a fridge stocked, a house stocked, everything when he got there. Looks like he's already in an apartment. Well, the weather's been raining like cats and dogs, been pissing down all day. The snow is all melting away. That's been there for over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks that snow's been on the ground. My neighbor has solar panels down the street. He got them before anyone else. His panels are thicker, and they're not quite at the same angle. His roof is pitched slightly different. The snow never comes off. The snow was on his roof, covering his panels, 2/3 of his panels, for over 2 weeks. My panels cleared off after about 3 or 4 days, and then I got solar power the rest of the week, a week and a half. Oh, did you like hearing me talk gangster? Yeah, that was funny. I'll play that in a minute. Need your advice on my bees, as in bzzz, those bees? Best contact method, well, try the email. Oh, yeah, if you have my mobile number, then go send me a WhatsApp, Alex. But I don't know if I have you saved in my book. Grok says, congratulations. Thank you so much for that. What a day. Alicia Liu came back and won the gold. She was in bronze medal position and had a 150 on her performance that was amazing. U.S. women hockey team has been stripped of gold for not meeting diversity requirements. Yep. One mixed race girl on the team. Everyone else is a white girl. What do you mean not meeting diversity requirements? The captain's a lesbian? Hillary Knight's a lesbian. Doesn't that meet diversity requirements? As if we give a crap that she's a lesbian. She's a hell of a hockey player. Pop the champagne. Yep. Who else we got here? Saw your short about TikTok user. Okay. What's that? 15 what? No, Max, I can't because it'll show your name. I'm not going to do that. Your casework is amazing. Well, it's early days. Give it time. Okay. Bee Gees. How deep is our love? Is our love? I really need to know. The Bee Gees, man. Barry's the only one left. Welcome, Just Another Girl. All right, I'm going to show you that video from earlier that I did, since people are talking about that short. It's got a few views. Not a whole lot. Let's see, 4,000. But it came out in the afternoon, so late time here.
What's up, y'all? So I'll be like at work, and I'll be hanging out there, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna go to work, and I'm at work, and I'm telling you, man, so like, I see all these peeps be coming down my workplace, and I'm like, what's up with this? Who are these people, man? They sound funny. Like they're foreigners, man. I don't know what's up with that. So no, I'm finna go to work, and I'm talking to my homegirl, and she be telling me that, well, they in a special program. They're special program. I'm like, what kind of special program? What are these people doing here? Now, don't worry. I'm going to tell you what I do, and I'm going to tell you about my job or where I'll be working at. I'm just going to tell you these people be strange. And so all these white folks, what are all these white folks doing here? You know, down here in A-Town, in Atlanta. But it don't make no sense. What's up with that, brother? What's up with that? Come on, tell me, homeboy. So seriously, I'm going to find out what's going on here. So I get the lowdown. I do the 411. I listen to these people, and some of them be a little bit friendly. I'll be talking to them, and then I find out they're like, they say they're from South Africa in a special program that's only for white people. I'm telling you, man, this is off the hook. What's up with that? Come on, my bros, my peeps, tell me what's going on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we're not racist. We no, nothing against white folks, man. They're white folks, but all them white folks be coming here, and all of a sudden, and this be kind of strange, you know? So I be curious about why all these white folks be coming here. And I do my research. I go to my phone and say, hey, Grok, tell me why all these white people be here in Atlanta. What's that all about? Tell me, why are these white people here? Yeah, so the bigotry and racism against South African refugees isn't confined to right-wing and left-wing racist in South Africa. It's also spread to racist in America. We've already seen it in the treatment of many refugees here in the States. Absolutely. Now, before any of you start with your nonsense, oh, that was kind of rude what you said there, Grandpa. Well, you don't know where I grew up at. You don't know the housing projects I lived in. You don't know how we all spoke back in the day with words like that. So it's not a stretch. Just because you see how I look now doesn't mean that's who I've always been. Anyway, so back to the story here. The bigotry and hatred against South Africans refugees is picking up pace. With case officers here in America failing to provide services they're paid to provide, and money that's entitled to refugees. We'll expose those people if they keep it up. And for bigots and racists to make videos attacking white South Africans and lying about a special program for white South Africans, it's not a special program. It's the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1980, and South Africans were declared eligible for it because of racial persecution. Not because of white genocide, but because of racial persecution. And this is an example of how racial persecution occurs. Not only have they dealt with it in South Africa, now they're dealing with the bigots and racists in America. If you don't like who they are, then piss off. Footsec. Don't hang out with them. But don't denigrate and insult people because you have a political hair up your rectum. That's your personal problem, not theirs.
What do you think, my peeps? What do you think? Yeah, I felt compelled to do that. No, I didn't go into more detail. That woman's such a bigot. Tell us intelligence, by the way, where's his hat? Oh my goodness. Just Another Girl said that was awesome. Yeah, no, it's yeah, I had fun. Hey, D Thorne, what's going on? And Mandy says it was good. Well, thank you, Mandy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, Max is here, man. Max, how's the family doing? Are they adjusting well? I mean, I know it's early days. Just got your place today. Are you happy? Are you amazed? Are you shocked or are you thrilled? Wow. 82 people here early in the morning. It is after 5 a.m. in South Africa. It's 4:21 in Munich, and it is just 3:21 in London. That's why you don't. Oh, Hendo is. I was going to say that's why I don't see Hendo, but Hendo's up at 3:21. Dude is like a freaking owl. He's up at all hours. All right, let's get to some of that news here. Even though it's not a news evening, let's talk about some of that news right here. Some of that good. Give me some of that good news. There it is. USA shocks Canada, late to grab Olympic women's hockey gold, despite trailing with 2 minutes remaining. 2:04 to be exact. In regulation, the Americans tied the game to stay alive before Megan Keller stunned the Canadians and sealed a 2-1 win in overtime. And the gloves came off and flew into the air as the women rushed out on the ice. The puck landed on Megan Keller's stick, and when she glanced up, all she could see was one defender, the Canadian goaltender, the possibility of a gold medal that minutes earlier had been slipping away. Keller and her American teammates had arrived this moment with visions of becoming hockey immortals, a group that would stand alongside the greatest teams ever to compete at the Olympics. Instead, they were barely clinging to life, on life support. Clear! Clear! They were on life support. That's when Keller pulled off the move of a career. As she skated down the left side of the ice 4 minutes into overtime, she unleashed a ferocious deke to slip past Claire Thompson. Keller then sped towards the net and managed to squeeze a backhand just over Anne-Renee Desbine pad to secure the winning goal, sparking a celebration that at once felt inevitable and almost impossible to believe. A lot of times you get a little nervous trying to make a move, Keller said afterwards, her freshly minted gold medal draped around her neck. I thought, why not? Keller's heroics ensured that Team USA wound up exactly where it expected to be, standing atop the podium for the first time in 8 years after an instant classic 2-1 victory over Canada in overtime. But the road the Americans took to get there was anything but the coronation it was supposed to be. The U.S. had steamrolled the opposition for 2 weeks, entered the decisive showdown on a wave of 5 consecutive shutouts, and carrying an overall goal differential of 31-1. It had demolished Canada earlier in the tournament, raising questions about whether the fiercest rivalry in women's hockey had become a one-sided American rout. It wasn't just the Americans hadn't lost since landing in Milan. It was that the very idea of them losing was practically inconceivable. Well, I said it was possible. At least until Thursday's rematch with Canada. For 58 minutes, the Americans looked utterly overmatched, as if they were stunned by the enormity of the situation. Canada played with speed and physicality that knocked the Americans on their heels. Agreed. U.S. was sloppy with the puck, agreed, and struggled to keep possession in the offensive zone. Perhaps most importantly, the confidence and swagger that so recently defined Team USA had vanished. It had vaporized. They looked like they were on the ice for the first time ever. They looked, quite frankly, pathetic. And I would have said that if we'd lost. They looked pathetic. When Canada took a 1-0 lead early in the second period, it was the first goal the Americans conceded in 352 minutes, or nearly 6 hours of hockey action. I think we knew that we're going to get Canada's best, American forward Alex Carpenter said, and we had to counter. What happened next might have been more impressive than any of the Team USA's previous blowout wins. Nearly in a last-ditch effort to generate offense, U.S. coach John Wroblewski chose to pull his goalie and send an extra attacker onto the ice with just over 2 minutes remaining. It turned out to be the right call. Seconds later, team captain Hillary Knight, a 5-time Olympian, appearing in what she says was the last game of her storied career. She was asked, and she says, we'll see. I think she might be back at age 40. Redirected a Layla Edwards shot between her legs and into the net. When the puck crossed the line, Knight had become the all-time American leader in goals and points in the Olympics. But she said that a different thought immediately popped in her mind. We're going to win this game. That's when hope restored for all of us. First, though, the U.S. had to contend with a 3-on-3 overtime, a frenetic, unpredictable style of hockey where the slightest misstep could mean doom. During the intermission, the 36-year-old Knight, pioneering a legend of women's hockey, looked around her teammates and delivered her final message. We need a hero. And the heroes in this room. That person was Keller, a Boston College graduate now playing for the Boston Flea of the Professional Women's Hockey League. As a defender, Keller isn't exactly known for ankle-breaking skating tricks. She never tried anything like the move she'd executed Thursday in a game before. Maybe in practice, she said, but she wasn't even sure about that. It certainly wasn't something she thought about or planned in advance. For Team USA, the only thing that mattered is it somehow worked. Everything happened so fast. I'll see that one for a long time. In the days leading up to Thursday's contest, the Americans said repeatedly that they would be facing a better Canadian team than the one they had beaten by 5 goals last week. It was too soon, they insisted, to be anointed as some sort of hockey dream team. But what they did believe, even as the seconds melt away, was that they would eventually recapture the magic that propelled them through the Olympics. Just when they needed it most, it returned. And the Americans, who looked suddenly mortal, proved that they wouldn't be beaten. And now they have gold medals to show for it. And there they are. Wow. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Woo! Well done, ladies. Well done. Now it's up to the men. Can we do double gold in the Olympic hockey? Fingers crossed. Ich drücke die Daumen, as we say in German. Fingers crossed. They get that second gold medal. It'll be something else. It'd be all the better if we beat Canada to get there. Yes. Not since 1980, I've been this excited about an Olympic hockey game. I have enjoyed many Olympic hockey games since then. I've cheered for the Americans. I've cheered for Finland. I've cheered for Sweden on occasion, but not since 1980. Mike Eruzione, who was president in the House, he was there. Mike Eruzione, the captain of the 1980 men's team in Lake Placid, when I was just a bright-eyed youth with my blonde locks, which have gone gray. Mike Eruzione, Neil Broughton, what an incredible. Jim Craig, the goalie. These names etched in my mind. Even with senility, I would remember those names. Wow. Jeez. And the Americans beat the mighty Soviets 4-3. And everyone thinks that's when we won the gold because they forgot. Because they watched it after the fact. I watched it when it happened. Yep. We beat Finland to win the gold medal. But we beat the Soviets to get there. Wow. A professional Soviet team that we beat. Dulles sucks. I hate Dulles. Yeah, that goal was amazing, man. This was something else. Let's see if the men can repeat it, you know. Of course, the guys in 1980 were just amateurs. A lot of them went on to play in the NHL. Neil Broughton played in the NHL. Mike Eruzione played briefly. Jim Craig, I think, played for a few years. Neil Broughton had one of the best careers in the NHL, but most of them didn't have very good careers. The 1980 men's Olympic team was incredible. Lake Placid, that was something else. That's when Eric Hyden won 5 speed skating golds. 5. Which today, unfortunately, Jordan Stoltz failed in his bid to win his 3rd gold medal. He got a silver medal. He was shocked. But the USA women win hockey gold. What a golden event this was. Hillary Knight ties the game with 2 minutes left, forcing overtime, and Megan Keller scores a winning goal. We have an amazing squad, said Hillary Knight, and there she is, the captain, in her 5th Olympiad. 2 golds, 3 silvers. Wow. 10 world championships, 5 second-place finishes. United States all-time leading Olympic goal scorer, Hillary Knight, delivered it when it counted most. Megan Keller delivered the game-winning goal. Yeah, we definitely had the will to do something. Yep. I'm just happy to have the gold, said Knight. Oh my gosh, this feels amazing. Overall, the U.S. edged Canada on shots 33-31. The U.S. had a big game in net from goalie Aaron Frankel, who stopped 30 shots, including a highlight reel-worthy save. The save she made, I don't know if it was off her head or whatever. It was off her shoulder, if I'm not mistaken. She's unbelievable. She's been lights out for us all year, and I miss playing with her in the Professional Hockey League, but she's an incredible talent. I'm so glad the world gets to see it. Yeah, winning the gold here in Milan was the ultimate goal, and our group battled constantly to make that a reality. U.S. Women's head coach John Wroblewski said, "From our veteran leadership to our first-time Olympians, this team came together to accomplish something greater than themselves. I couldn't be more proud." Team USA went unbeaten in Olympics for the first time since 1998 with 6 wins and a tie. The U.S. also won the 3rd ever gold medal game to go into overtime, as the previous 2 were in 2014 and 2018. The USA win in 2018 against Canada in a shootout. It ended a 20-year medal drought. Knight, who played on that team, won her 2nd career gold medal on Thursday. As for her future, the 36-year-old had a 2-word statement. We'll see. We'll see. And Alyssa Liu, comeback. The dancing queen, the ice queen, comes back with her strange cheetah-like hair. Wow. Figure skating's prodigal daughter retired at the age of 16, only to come back to win gold on her own terms in Milan. Alyssa Liu became the prodigal daughter of American figure skating Thursday night, carving a most circuitous path to winning an Olympic gold medal, breaking a 24-year drought, and fulfilling what so many U.S. figure skating officials prayed would one day somehow be her destiny. She first emerged on the scene as a precocious 13-year-old with a love for performing and an unusual talent for quick rotations in the air, including landing triple axels and attempting quadruple jumps. Many hoped she would finally allow the United States to keep a pace, the assembly line of teenage Russian skaters that no one in the world seemed capable of beating. But the unusual adult expectations placed on her and on the children of Russia backfired. She rejected a sport that wanted her success more than she did, retiring at age 16. One of her biggest rivals in the junior circuit had been Russia's Kamila Valieva, whose career unraveled in the most embarrassing public way, a 15-year-old embroiled in a doping scandal, delivering a heart-wrenching bad performance at 2022 Olympics, where she was caught between feuding coaches and choreographers who were baffled about where they possibly could have gone wrong. At those games, it became clear that women's figure skating needed a reset. 4 years later, Liu is that reset. A return to skating speaks to the value of empowering athletes who show signs of greatness. her ability to set her own terms, choosing what she wears and what she eats, and her coach's willingness to work within those boundaries upend the sport's typical order. In a sport longing for vivacity and vitality, she shows the way. Wow. An Olympic champion need not be a rail-thin woman with her hair wrapped tightly in a bun, performing to Beethoven, Moulin Rouge, or Romeo and Juliet. Not that anything is wrong with that, but an Olympic champion can also be a creative spirit with her hair dyed proudly gold to evoke the rings of a tree and a ring hanging from her upper lip that she pierced herself, and a capability to make an arena boogie to a disco tune while dressed like a golden disco ball. Wow. Her easy jumps were a delightful flex as she skipped across the ice and flicked her hair with sunny glee. Her wrists were the enchantment, drawing the audience into her web of rebellion, hypnotizing judges into admiration. Despite not having the speed or ice coverage of the silver medalist, Japan's Kaori Sakamoto, she came within 2 points of matching a 3-time world champion on marks evaluating artistry, presentation, and skating skills. That's how good she is at being infectious. And there's Kaori Sakamoto, who won the silver. Wow. Lou's free skate was designed to feel like a night at a club. Sakamoto's designed actually to win the Olympics. A string of crystals draped around her neck like pearls cast her as a sport's mature prima diva. Her music, Hymne d'amour and Non je ne regrette rien, filled the arena as she sailed into her trademark double axel. But the program began to feel uneven. Her footwork slower than usual, her jumps lacking their typical height. Her fatal mistake came toward the end when she pitched forward on her triple flip, losing balance and the ability to connect the jump to another triple in a needed combination. It was a costly error. Had she completed the jump, she would have been the champion. The disco queen did not outperform skating's prima diva. It just looked that way. She outmatched her technique. Tears streamed down Sakamoto's face when she realized the goal was gone. Her protege, 17-year-old Ami Nakai, claimed the bronze, and their compatriot Mona Chibe finished just behind her. American Amber Glenn fought her way back into contention, landing a triple axel and ending up in 5th place. Isabeau Levito, the third-ranked American woman, finished a disappointing 12th. One must acknowledge the understandable disappointment the Japanese continued. Despite sustaining the world's popularity for more than a decade, Japan has experienced Olympic women's gold medal drought of its own, having not reached the top of the podium since Shizuka Arakawa back in 2006 in Torino. Wow. Elisa Liu gives the U.S. their first women's figure skating Olympic gold in 24 years. Can you believe it's been that long? 24 years since Sasha Cohen. Wow. She was head off the ice. That's what I'm effing talking about, she shouted into the lens. Wow, the 20-year-old from San Francisco Bay Area who walked away from the sport before finding her way back again and finding herself in the process delivered the U.S.'s first women's figure skating medal in 24 years, gold medal. Wow. That is a long drought, ladies and gentlemen. A long drought. But we're back. And there she is, Elisa Liu. For 20 years, American women have fallen short in the Olympics medal podium in figure skating. At times, they come close. At others, they were on the same ice, but hardly in the same galaxy as their rivals. It had been even longer since the U.S. produced an individual gold medalist at the Games. Those skaters become household names across the country. Peggy Fleming, Dorothy Hamill, Christy Yamaguchi, Tara Lipinski, Sarah Hughes. But a string of Winter Games came and went without a new American champion. Memories of their names started to fade. And now there's finally another one, Elisa Liu. And there she is, jumping for joy with the gold. Wow. She jumped, radiated, hair flopped, flipped her way through an exuberant free program. Set to Donna Summer. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Oof. And Jordan Stoltz. Nothing to sneeze at. Silver medal in the men's 1500, but not a gold. Beaten by the Chinese. Riffs hard, 140 rand. Thank you for that. I think we got the alert box turned off. There it is. Sorry about that, Riffs hard. Who's speculating on water? Jordan Stoltz does not get the third gold medal of this Olympics. He will not be able to match Eric Heiden medal for medal. He wouldn't anyway. There's only 4 races from the end. But U.S. speed skating star finished second in the 1500 by Ning Zhongyan of China. He still has 2 golds and a silver and 1 more race to run. Jordan Stoltz is not accustomed to looking up at anyone on a medal stand, so when the public address announcer called Ning Zhongyan's name at the Milano Speed Skating Stadium, the scene felt slightly surreal. Chinese speed skaters leaped into the air, fists clenched, joy bursting from every pore. Beside him in the unfamiliar space reserved for second place, Stoltz stood still. For an athlete who has moved through these Olympics with cool precision, skating his races, deflecting talk of history, speaking only of what he can control, something flickered across his face. The composure held, but it looked briefly as if emotion was fighting to break through. This is not how the script was written. Stoltz arrived in Milan with a chance to sweep the 500, 1,000, 1,500, a rare trifecta that would have invited comparisons to Eric Heiden's 5-goal performance in 1980. The 21-year-old Wisconsin native had already claimed 2 gold medals in dominant fashion. One more would have completed a matching set. Instead, he skated into silver Thursday, a surprising finish in the 1,500 that Stoltz had to process under the glow of arena lights with cameras broadcasting live across the world. What could he possibly have been thinking? I was thinking it would have been nice to have gold, he said later. Not long after Stoltz took to the ice, racing the final pair, Ning delivered what Stoltz called probably the best race of his life, stopping the clock, an Olympic record 1 minute 41.98 seconds. Stoltz was in the inside lane, warming up as Ning flew around the track in a blur. He watched the splits flash on the video board and knew his path to third gold just got harder. But I thought if I just made a perfect race, I should be able to. Stoltz didn't get out to the fastest start, and out of the corner of his eye, saw that he clocked an initial lap of 25.46, nearly 0.6 of a second behind Ning. Even for a skater known for his closing speed, it was a significant deficit. And then I just started to die off a little bit, and I just couldn't hold it to the finish to be able to beat his time. He finished 1:42.75, 3/4 of a second behind, and Netherlands' Kjeld Nuis took bronze at 1:42.82. The result was real. Stoltz was favored in all 3 of his individual races, but especially the 1,500. He had won all 5 World Cup races at that distance during the previous season and had not lost a 1,500 since March when he finished second at the World Singles Distances in Norway. If anyone had more surprise than Stoltz, it was Ning, who had already bagged bronze medals in the men's 1,000 team pursuit at these games. In so many races the past couple of years, if Ning skated fast, Stoltz skated faster. Even after breaking Olympic record Thursday, Ning said he was not certain it would hold. Not with Stoltz still waiting in the wings. I always saw him as a mountain in front of me, and I could just not get past him, Ning said. But today in Olympic 1,500, I finally climbed over that mountain. I did it. In most Olympic contests, 3 podium finishes in 3 individual events would qualify as dominance. And to his credit, Stoltz batted away any talk of disappointment. 2 gold medals in itself is already a huge accomplishment, and silver's not bad. To be able to have 3 medals, that's super cool. Yep, I think he's got 1 race left now, the 10,000, doesn't he? Yeah. Wow. Jordan Stoltz, fantastic. Connor, what's going on? Yeah, it's very competitive, very close. Silver's amazing. Yeah, it's a shame he couldn't get the gold. That would have been something. But Eric Heiden still remains the king. U.S. speed skater Stoltz stunned in the 1,500, settles for silver. Yep. And Eileen Gu has advanced to the half pipe despite a fall. And the U.S. and Canada reached women's curling semifinals. They beat Switzerland 7-6. And the Canadian men are eyeing curling gold. It's been something else, folks. Wow. Let me pop on Peacock and see where the night program is. Of course, it's all stuff that's occurred earlier in the day. Let me see. Peacock. It's me. Prime time in Milan. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man. Yummy drink in the glass jar. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Secret to feeling 30 is a few well-placed jabs. Okay, if you say so. You like that? You like that jersey? Thank you. Thank you, Riffs.
Skaters can actually bring that to the ice under pressure.
Congratulations. Thank you. Where are we going, by the way? I forget. You want to get a medal?
It's Elisa Liu walking down the tunnel going out to the medal podium.
Oh, man. Guys, final thought.
I just absolutely loved this women's free skate. Everyone.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Michael Burry invested in water after dollar crash. Our water problems due to poor management, no maintenance, and neglect. What foods? Where are you talking about? Oh, they're not? I thought those were supposed to be dentures, but she's got some stupid... Andrea Joyce talking to her after the performance.
Through the range of emotions of this wild night.
Yeah, I mean, my performance was just everything I wanted, and I'm so happy that I got the chance to be on an Olympic stage again and show off what I have made for myself, I guess.
Yep, so she's two-time gold medal winner because the Americans won the team event at the beginning of the skating, and now she wins it in women's individual. So America got lucky with the gold, says Matthew Dixon. Okay. Yeah, I'm smiling. 2 gold medals. Yeah, the United States now moves into second position, ladies and gentlemen. Second position on the medal rack. Yep. Norway, of course, still running away with this thing. 34 medals, but the U.S. now has 27. We're ahead of the Italians. The host Italians have now fallen behind us. There you go. 34 medals for Norway, 16 gold. That's unreachable, but no one's going to catch them. 8 silver, 10 bronze. USA, 9 gold, 12 silver, and 6 bronze. Italy, 9 gold, 5 silver, and 12 bronze. France with 19 medals is picking up some space there. Netherlands with 16. Sweden 15. Switzerland at 14. Germany at 21. Austria at 18. Japan at 24. Canada with 15 medals, including a silver medal today in women's hockey. China with just 10. Yes. Australia with 6. Great Britain 3. South Korea 7. Yes, and it continues. Brazil with a medal. Kazakhstan with a gold medal. Finland with 5 medals. Belgium with a medal, a bronze medal. Wow. Man, oh man, something else. Something else. Jordan Stoltz. Sir Ramaphosa attacks his coalition partner, the Democratic Alliance. Yes, we just heard Ronald Mullen say the DA has to decide whether they want to be part of the government or not. Why would they want to be part of the government when the person running the government is so abusive towards their coalition partner? President Ramaphosa defended BE in response to criticism from the DA and the Freedom Front Plus during his stupid State of the Nation response. DA leader John C. Eisen said the Democratic Alliance would stick to its guns in rejecting BE while maintaining the party's commitment to the government of national unity. He repudiated the DA for its opposition to BE. Well, I'm sorry. I will give the DA credit for being an anti-racist party. The ANC loves racism. The DA doesn't. There can be no doubt that we've made progress. Even those who deny that we've made progress know that we've made progress. What progress? You're destroying the country. Have you looked around? Over the last year, we've seen promising signs of recovery. No, you haven't. Whether people like it or not, it's been there. No, it hasn't. Whether people think it's an illusion, it is. It's been there. Whether people think we've turned a corner or not, or they're blind because we're turning the corner, that's where we are. Dude, unemployment. Junk bond status. The rand strengthening, not against the pound, not against the euro, not against the yen, only against the dollar because Trump is driving the dollar value down. We cannot do that without transforming our economy. It cannot be acceptable to anyone in this house for African people, colored people, and any people to be poor and have fewer opportunities than white people. What is he blathering on about? You're not uplifting anybody. You've impoverished whites. That doesn't make the country better. If you'd increased the economy and the GDP, everyone would be better off. But instead, you made more poor white people. And that's what you like? That's what you think is good? Bigotry and racism. It's sickening, to say the very least. Sickening. But that is the ANC's credo. That's what they're all about, ladies and gentlemen. That is what they're all about. Did you guys see Judith Todd, the daughter of former Rhodesian Prime Minister Gareth Todd, who talked about how a ZANU-PF highly connected person was sent to rape her? He raped her, and she forgave him, saying that, well, he was a victim too. What a lunatic this woman is. Turns out the New Zealand military is also targeting Christians. They ran a military exercise with Christians as the target. Also, did you see this video of this Muslim in Germany claiming that we are going to take over Germany? The Muslims? Well, you've already taken over, so I don't know what you mean we're going to take it over. You've already taken over, man. Unbelievable. I thought I saved that Ramaphosa video. I guess I didn't. I don't see it here. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Yeah, she's lost it. Also, did you see in the UK that they're teaching that Stonehenge was built by black people? Yes, did you know that? Yes, the BBC or the Brits are saying that Stonehenge was built by blacks. And in response, this is what Cyril Ramaphosa had to say. What you talking about, Willis? No way. Stonehenge was built by black people? What you talking about, Willis? That was Ramaphosa's response when informed that black people built Stonehenge. Oh, here's Ramaphosa, yeah.
It cannot be acceptable to anyone in this house for African people, colored people, and Indian people to be poorer and have...
First off, it cannot be acceptable for any longer to use the term African to describe black South Africans. All South Africans are African. Get that through your dim-witted skull, buddy. They're all Africans. Africa doesn't mean black. The Arabs aren't black. The Asians aren't black. The whites aren't black. But they're all African. Yeah, well, the Egyptians had a couple dynasties that had black leaders from down south in Aksum. That didn't mean the pyramids were built by blacks. They weren't.
Fewer opportunities than white people. It cannot be acceptable. And remembering...
What planet is this guy living on? Fewer opportunities than white people? It's the opposite. White people are the ones denied entrance to university. White people are the ones denied contracts to government. White people now can't even get jobs in management because of your racism. What, to run this fairy tale narrative that is 30 years out of date? Yeah, the lights are on, but no one's home. That's Cyril Ramaphosa. The lights are on, but no one's home.
That was the order of the day in the...
Look how interested they are. Not even the Africans can pay attention. The Africans there, the black folks, they don't even give a crap. This guy is just wah, wah, wah. It's like watching Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. Good God.
Past. And it can therefore never, 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 never be acceptable.
Never, never, never be acceptable. It's not acceptable. Your bigotry and racism is simply flip the script with the other victims being the other color.
That should continue.
It doesn't continue. It's completely the opposite. There's no equality under the law in South Africa.
Because that is what defined our life under apartheid.
Your life under apartheid. Dude, you had a good life. Mr. Labor had a good life. A good life. Unbelievable. This guy is living in a fantasy world of 1976. He is so out of date. Stale bread is fresher than he is. It is unbelievable, to say the very least. I mean, what a delusional planet he's living on. Yeah. Cue the music.
Yeah, man. Serious times down in Johannesburg. Watch the fire now. Listen. The horns. Oh, yeah. The stage was set, the lights were low for the big G20 show. Leaders coming from across the sea to talk about the world economy. Johannesburg was dressed to impress, ready to clean up the global mess. But before the first gavel could sound, a different kind of noise started going around. Now everybody talking about Cyril's big blunder. He lighting the match while we standing under. You think you're smart with that devious smile, but you're burning down the bridge for mile after mile. Oh, Cyril's big blunder, what a heavy price when you're playing politics and rolling the dice. The party is cancelled, the guests wouldn't come, now the drum. The Kineon politicians step up to the mic, spewing out words that nobody
Dim the
likes.
lights, Natalie.
They open their mouths and the fire jump out, insulting America, scream and shout. They're telling tall tales, they're telling the lies, right there under the African skies, and the media catch it. They run with the ball, they amplify the noise until the whole thing follow. Talking about
Cyril's big blunder,
he lighting
the match while we're gunning under.
You think you're smart with that devious smile, but you're burning down the bridge
For mile after mile.
Oh, Cyril's
Big blunder, what a heavy price.
when you're playing politics and
Rolling the dice.
The party is cancelled, the guests wouldn't come. Now we dancing alone to the beat of the drum. Yeah. Watch the house of cards.
Watch it all fall down.
It's tumbling down.
He's all collapsing, Cyril.
Blow it down. What a mess. I look at the president sitting up high. I see that little twinkle in his eye. He cracking that smile, that devious grin, while the diplomatic ice is getting very thin. You think the eagle gonna take that heat? Nah, sir, they won't take a seat. No Uncle Sam at your Josie party. You chase them away, you're acting too hearty. It's Cyril's
Big blunder,
He lighting
the
the
match
match while we standing
under.
You think you're smart with that devious smile, but you're burning down a bridge for mile after mile. Oh, Cyril's big blunder,
What a heavy price.
when you're playing
Politics and rolling the dice.
The party is cancelled, the guests wouldn't come. Now we dancing alone to the beat of the drum. Yeah, yeah, they staying away. America now come to Johannesburg today.
No, not coming to Johannesburg.
You set the house on fire, man. What kind of plan?
There's water in the fire pool.
Wipe that smile off your face. It's a disgrace.
Indeed it is.
No,
Oh, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah. Have you seen what South Africa looks like under the ANC, folks? Have you seen the degradation, the destruction, the collapse that was South Africa under the ANC? It's frightening, ladies and gentlemen. Frightening. Indeed it is. Let me see if I ever covered a few of those videos earlier. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Let's go over here to this. Let's put this over here. Harare in 1976 and Harare in 2026. 50 years later. Turn off the sound so I don't get a copyright claim. This was the capital, Salisbury, in Rhodesia. 1976 versus 2026. Look at the difference. Clean, orderly streets, not just a pigsty. Harare, 76 and 2026. That's ZANU-PF. Yep, that's who they are. Here's some South African ANC action. Let's see what the ANC's accomplished in South Africa. Check this out. Natalspruit train station in 2017. That's after the ANC took over. They inherited something functioning, and they managed to keep it going for about 20 years. Watch this. 2024, that's what's left. Church Street, 2009. 2022, the same place. Mayfair. Look at it now. That's under the ANC. Watch this. There isn't even blacktop anymore. Look at that. Look at that. This is ANC rule. That's under the ANC. That's what you get in South Africa. We've seen a lot of these things of Joburg. Did you guys see this thing where they did Donald Trump's face? He's in different countries. This is pretty wild. I like this. It's funny. I gotta put the volume down. I won't be able to show all this because I'll get in trouble for it, but it's from TikTok. Donald Trump, if he were born in other countries. This one's funny. Okay, play. So Trump, AI, in Venezuela. Donaldo Trompero Bolivar. Russia, Dmitry Trumpov. India, Donald Trumpua. Donald Trompez, Mexico. Italy. Trump, that's so funny. France, Dominique Trumpeau. Here he is in Germany. In China, Dong La Di Tulad. Iran. Brazil. Japan. Wait for it. The best one comes at the end. There's Argentina. Turkey. That looks convincing. And Nigeria. That's too funny. Oh my gosh, I laughed at that so hard when I saw it. Oh my goodness. Did you guys see this one? Okay. I don't know. Is there music on this? I'm trying to remember. Let's see. This is hilarious. I don't know what this looks like. This actually looks like coming up for, I don't know where this is at, but it looks like the spot in South Africa where they were repairing the road and fixing where it had been washed out, coming up from KZN into the Free State area. This going up by the reservoir there. I don't know if this is what this is, but it looks like that. Watch what this guy on the Uber Eats vehicle does. See him in the orange? Watch this. Okay, turns around. Whoops. Oh, dear God. Watch it again. Dumbass. Oh, God. That's just too funny, man. That's too funny. What the heck was that? I swear that looks like the road that I was on a couple years ago where they're still repairing it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whee! That's right. Oh my gosh. This comedian says, people say, white people, you're a colonizer, as an insult, but that's actually a big accomplishment. What did you do? Show up 300 years later and ask for welfare? Oh my goodness, that is just too funny. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. These guys, I saw this. These people tried to steal this air compressor, and people on the work site started throwing lumber at them and then started hitting them with a nail gun. Is there sound in this? Let me see. This is too funny. This one's so funny. So they're trying to steal the air compressor, so they start throwing wood at. Look, he hits him with lumber. So he tries to throw back, but they've got nail guns, man. He's going to open the trunk up. They're still trying to steal his air compressor. They've covered up the license plate. You see that? Thieves. Now he opens it up. Look, now they're shooting with a nail gun. Dumbass thieves. They hit him again. That's hilarious. He should have shot the tires out. Take that is right. All these idiots in Germany telling Germans they can't. They're not even Germans. They're telling they can't film the streets of Germany.
This is nicht gut, man.
Nicht gut.
Warum nicht gut?
Nicht gut. This is. Hey, geh weg. Hast du geh weg? Ach, du
Wer bist du? Wer ruft
Das hast du
Polizei?
Zeit, aber.
Ruf Polizei.
Wer bist du? Bleib ruhig. Bleib ruhig. Bleib ruhig. Das? Bleib ruhig.
Not one of those people is German. The people filming or the Africans who are trying to control Germany. So this little boy went to school in Utah, a Christian state full of Mormons. And his teacher forced him to remove his Ash Wednesday ash from his forehead. Religious persecution. This teacher ought to be fired and charged with a civil rights violation. Yep. 9-year-old William McLeod went to his Utah public school on Wednesday. He knew some of his classmates might ask him about the ashen cross on his forehead. He didn't think for a moment that his teacher would tell him it was inappropriate and make him wash it off. William tried to explain he couldn't remove it because it was important for the beginning of Easter, but eventually obliged. The teacher made him wash off the ash in front of the other students. The teacher is an idiot, and I don't believe for one second she didn't know the meaning. Listen to William's story here. Yep.
To feel welcomed.
When a student comes into school with ashes on the forehead, it's not something that we say, please take off.
Well, your teacher did. Yeah. This Muslim illegal alien tried to steal somebody's bag in England, so they tackle him. These left wokies guy getting like they're like, get off of him, leave him alone, leave him alone. But then they knock him back to the ground. He gets up, the cops pull up, he breaks a mirror off the cop truck. He walks away because he thinks he owns England. And the cops gets out and pulls a taser on him and drops him. I won't show it because it'll probably get me in trouble with YouTube for showing violence, but it's hilarious. But I'll let you listen to it.
Who the fuck did you Dude, what the fuck? Dude, stop!
Stop holding him down. Get off of him.
Fuck off of him.
Pussy English.
Now, dude, get off.
Get off.
He tried to grab
Guys.
He tried to grab his bag. That's his bag.
He lets the Muslim steal his bag.
Hey, I got this all on video.
Got it all on video. So a cop car pulls up, and the cops sit there while he beats on the car. Walking down the middle of the street. He starts beating on the police van.
Holy shit!
Rips the mirror off, punches it, now he rips it off. Cop still hasn't gotten out of the vehicle. Now he throws the mirror at the woman who's recording him. Cops pull forward, then they stop. Finally the cop gets out of the vehicle. Guy tries to kick someone else. Then he tries to run away like a little biatch. Boom! Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move! I love it. Dion Esmley, take care. So, guys, it's not just the refugee scam. It's not just the Laring Center scam. Now, a building in Ohio has 16 different trucking companies running out of it, but there's not a single trucking company in the building. Even crazier, one company is linked to $152,000 in forgiven PPE scandal money. Wow, this is Savannah Hernandez reporting this.
Savannah Hernandez in Columbus, Ohio, because you've heard of daycare fraud, but have you heard about fraud in the trucking industry? Well, if you haven't, I'm currently at this location because apparently 32 trucking companies have been registered to this exact same
Columbus,
address. Now, 16 of those companies are since inactive, but 16 of them are still active. And for those of you who might not be familiar with the way the DOT works, the Department of Transportation issues one DOT number to one individual trucking company.
Yep. So anyway, but they had all this fraud. So here you go. You want to see some more of Africa, guys? I'll show you some more of Africa. Yep. I don't know where this is, but it's definitely in Africa. And it definitely corresponds to many places I've seen in Africa. Look at that. Looks like West Africa, to be honest. What a shithole. So when Trump calls African countries shitholes, is he talking about this? Oh, there's a plate. I almost saw it. Let me see it again. I'll freeze when we get the plate so I can see where this is at. Not close enough. Get close to that plate and I'll try to get in there and see it. That's in the DRC. That's the Congo. So when Trump says shitholes for African countries, maybe he's talking about that. Maybe. This is the United Kingdom. Anybody recognize this place? I don't even recognize it. It reminds me of somewhere else. Not an Englishman in sight. Not an Englishman in sight. Oh, yeah, there was this whole thing where the leftists tried to say this cop, this ICE agent, put a black child in handcuffs. What it turns out to be is a black police officer playing cops and robbers with his little toddler son, and he puts him in handcuffs. And they try to pretend it was ICE. And this gay black guy, I mean, I think he's gay based on his affectation, runs his mouth.
Tagged me in this video. Just give it a quick look.
So I'm gonna need you to explain it to me like I'm 10. I want you to really break this down to me like I'm 10.
Well, sweetheart, you are 10. We will explain it to you like you 10, because you is 10. You 10. And you not 10 like on a pixie scale, like you lovely. You 10 because you bright as a 10-year-old. You got the capacity to analyze like a 10-year-old. So we're going to break it down for you there, sweetheart. We're going to tell you how it works. We're going to show you how it works for a 10-year-old. Because you ask us to explain it to you like you 10, because you be 10. Are you ready? Are you ready, sweetheart? Have you got your dreadlocks all tied up in a bun? Are you ready? Let's go, Hercules. Sweetheart going to explain it to you. She going to explain it all to you right now. Yep. We going to explain this. Homeboy need to see what happened in here. Let's see. Oh, sweetheart, we're going to show you what's going on here. You ready for this? Here she go. She going to break it down for the ball. She going to break it down for that fella. Here you go.
Years old, and tell me why ICE agents zip tying black babies in Chicago, because I can't for the life of me understand why this happened. Why?
Well, because it never happened, sweetheart. It never happened. This never happened. This was not an ICE agent. This was not Chicago. And you is strange as a $2 bill.
What's this here? These are...
So people on the left right now are using that photo of that little boy and that guy. They're saying that it's an ICE agent arresting a child. But here's the original video.
Here's the original video coming from the man himself who done made that video. And little sweetheart there don't understand why the ICE agents be arresting them little black babies. Them little black babies. No problem is, nobody arrest no black baby. No black baby. No, sir. No, sir. It wasn't no black baby. Check out the real video from the man himself.
Go,
Bucky! Bad boys, bad boys. I got to turn off the bad boy thing so I don't get a copyright strike. Look at it, look at it, look at that. Who that ICE agent arrested that little baby, that little black baby? He can't follow the rules, so he's been put on house arrest. Look at that. Look at that. That nasty ICE man. He leading that toddler away in handcuffs.
A video.
That's his video.
Of me and my son playing cops and robbers.
Whoops.
Literally, this is us.
He's a cop.
Father and son playing together. They're playing cops and robbers. Here's his tag right here. He's a police officer. Pretend arresting his son. But the left has to go through such great lengths just to keep pushing their propaganda, their agenda. Saying, oh, that's ICE arresting a little boy. Like, make it make sense. And the video I got tagged in with that liberal thinking that had 50K likes.
Yep.
Are you guys really that gullible?
They are that gullible and that stupid. They are that gullible and that stupid. And that demented. So it's a cop, his wife filming it, having fun with his little boy running around misbehaving. So he puts him in handcuffs. They're having fun. And they put this up and they pretend that it's real. They pull this crap all the time. Oh, here we have Islamic indoctrination straight to primary school children filmed as if it's a good thing. So I go, look at this. This is insane. So I go to the UK and I'm in the Jorvik Museum. In the Jorvik Museum, a public museum that I paid to enter. There's a coin collection there of coins they found when they dug up and found the old Viking settlement. I'm trying to take pictures. In wanders a primary school class. And this asinine, turd, retard, rejected, left, dipshit, frickin', no doubt, leftist, lunatic teacher comes over to me. You can't take pictures in here. I said, yes, I can. We're in a museum. Yo, there are children in here. I'm not taking pictures of children. Well, you can't take pictures. And I said, well, you can piss off. That's what I told her. And I took my pictures. But this is what they could take pictures of in the UK. Look at this. In the UK, I can't take pictures in a museum, but this is in a school. And look at this bullshit.
What do we say before we eat? Bismillah. Before we drink? Bismillah. Before we talk? Bismillah. Before we read? Bismillah. Before we write?
No, we don't say any of this bullshit. This is religious indoctrination of English children in a public school, and it's filmed and put on Twitter. Put on Twitter by the same idiots who tell me I can't film in public. So here's the UK.
Dudley Road in Birmingham by Winston. So guys, this is a park just off the Dudley Road in Birmingham by Winston Green. This is a children's park. Have a look at this. Don't forget, guys, don't forget to pay your clean air zone, yeah? Yeah? And your council tax, just pay your council tax. You know, for people to come and dump all the rubbish. Look at this. This is a child's park.
He's not... And that guy's disgusted by it. He's not even English. He sounds like he's a South Asian. He's disgusted by it. Yep. England's gone. Here we have a woman on a park bench when a Muslim walks up to her and tells her to leave. He tries to smack the dog. He responds with a beheading gesture pointed at the dog.
Can you leave? No. Can you get away? Come on.
She tries to walk away.
No, can you leave us alone? Hey, don't hit my dog. Don't hit my dog. No, you leave. This is a public place. No.
This is America.
Can you leave? No, you.
And the woman's an Asian. Pritzker got caught lying. Surprise, surprise.
That is completely false.
I have
never called Republicans Nazis.
Everything that he has done has been tearing down constitutional democracy. And that's what happened in Nazi Germany. It doesn't take very long to tear apart a constitutional republic. Indeed, the Nazis did it in 53 days. And our democracy is almost as fragile.
No, it's not. You know, cheeseburger eating pigs like you are the problem. Yep. So did you see this one? This was fantastic. Dr. Malouf published this one. I don't know the provenance of this one, but these are smugglers with sat phones and GPS taking illegal aliens into Europe. Now they use James Bond music, so I have to stop it once the music starts. Okay, I can't afford a copyright strike for that. Look at an outboard motor, speedboat, taking them across the Med, satellite phone, and look at that. There's a GPS device to make sure they wind up in the right place. Look at that. Wow, it's unbelievable. So here's a German who's walking in Germany, and he's being told to get out by, this is Germany. This is what Germany's become.
They try to search them, and they have nothing on them. I can film what I want, dude. I'm in Germany. I'll do what I want in my country. You don't tell me to film. You don't tell me not to film in my country.
Is for which media, bro? I want to follow you.
So, amongst the playing children and the families, just everywhere you look, engineers and doctors selling drugs, telling a German that he can't film in his country. Everywhere the eye meets, you can see them in the distance. There's some sitting over there, there's some over here listening to their bongos. There's 3 of them, 1 on a bike. So the urban safari begins.
You thought he's kidding about the bongos?
Diversity is outstanding. Loving it? Loving life? Loving the diversity? Yeah, I can tell.
Yep. Germany is gone. UK is gone. Ireland is gone. Gone, gone, gone. It only took a decade. Angela Merkel did this, but it's been going on for far longer than Angela Merkel. By the way, Chuck Schumer, 1996, caught on video. He's against the SAVE Act, which means you have to show identification to vote. This is what Chuck Schumer had to say in 1996 about the SAVE Act. You see, these clowns are all caught on video. It's just a matter of time digging up the archives and finding these shitbirds like Chucky Schumer. Yeah, when he actually had some hair, it looks like they're plugs, like Joe Biden. Yeah, let's take a look at this, shall we? Chucky Schumer.
Let's admit the truth. Everywhere people go, they're asked for a social security card. In fact, one way to prove you're a bona fide person who can have a job is to ask for a driver's license and a social security card. This is an anti-fraud amendment.
What?
Over where we go, people say, well, why can't you stop illegal immigrants or others from coming here? And the number one answer we give our constituents is when they come here, they can get jobs, get benefits against the law because of fraud. Let's admit the truth. Everywhere people go, they're asked for a social security card. In fact, one way to prove...
because of you. Now he's against the SAVE Act, but in 1996 he was in favor of it. Oh, boy. So under Mamdani, this is Times Square. They're blocking Times Square so nobody can go through. I've seen this before. I don't know if this is a new one. But look at this bullshit. Times Square. What the fuck is this? What the hell is that? Times Square. Oh my goodness. It's unbelievable. James O'Keefe went undercover as a Muslim and infiltrated some other stuff going on. Pretty wild. Did you guys see this? This French scumbag leftist socialist. He rips off his Rolex because he's about to go on camera. Check this out. Look to the right-hand side. There's the two reporters, and they're going to interview that sleazeball on the right-hand side. Watch him take a Rolex off his wrist. See that? Look, he's taking it off because he's a rich pig.
Contre la motion de censure de la France Insoumise, il manquait 18 voix. Marie Chantrel.
Louis Boyard, député de la France Insoumise.
Now he's being talked to about his socialist pig ideas.
Boyard. Parce que dans le même temps, il y a des gens qui regardent ça de haut en souriant. C'est les ultra riches.
Louis Boyard complaining about the rich after he took his Rolex off. Oh yeah, there's a couple really, really nasty memes out there about dogs and Muslims and about pigs and Muslims. Oh my goodness. I don't know if they were taken down. Did you guys see this? This car, fake cop car outside Mugabe's residence where he apparently shot someone today as gardener. That little pig riding around pretending to be a cop. Lock his ass up forever. Never going to happen, though. Yep. There you have it. Yep. Unbelievable. That's the world we live in. These little shits get away with this stuff. Hey, good morning, everybody. Congratulations, Team USA. Woohoo! He's about to be attacked. By whom? Also, did you notice when the cops showed up, they were very friendly with his bodyguards, hugging them and fist bumping? Yep. Schumer betrays his own trust. Tells me all I need. Yeah, he does. He's a Jew hater, and he's a Jew. Sick guy. Proof that money can buy anything. Chucky Schumer. Yep. Yep. All right, Mad Max went to bed. Good night, Max. Hey, Tinky, what's up? UK was a Christian country, but that was a long time ago. Grok sees it every day. Thank you for your subscription, Soti0226. Savannah Hernandez, the fierce beauty. What a tough lady. She goes right into protests and no-go areas. Okay. Yep. Let me go check in on what they're playing for the Olympics now. Oh, that will be on the other end of this. Oh, they're playing the hockey game. We're down to the first period. You hear a little bit of that now.
Gold medal game. United States called with too many players on the ice.
Kenny Albert.
The penalty.
Marv Albert's son.
Each team with 4 shots on goal. Has anything surprised you?
USA, the crowd chanting. Oh, that was an epic game. I really enjoyed watching that. Really enjoyed watching, but I was really worried. It looked like we weren't going to make it until 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third period. And Hillary Knight, the Canadians looked much better throughout much of that game. Are you buffering? I'm not buffering. It must be you. Refresh. Or use a lower resolution. So, who's out of the hospital? Would I try my hand at coaching this rugby team? Martini Henry, I don't know if I'm good enough to be the U.S. rugby coach. Honestly, I would happily be on the team or assistant coach or something like that, but I don't know that I know how to lead, but I mean, I don't know that I know how to lead a rugby team that well. I mean, just being honest here. I would never get that opportunity though. Scott Lawrence is the coach right now. He's doing a pretty good job. I know Scott done a pretty good job. Times Square, yep. Yeah, Greg, all this stuff gets my blood boiling too. I mean, I go to the store here and it's being overrun now by people who are not from this country, who are not seeking to become part of this country, who are trying to colonize and bifurcate this society and divide it and balkanize us. It's really disheartening. And it's all done because the politicians, sick people who hate America. They're really sick bastards. Anyway, really, really sad to see. Anyway. So where we're living in. By the way, finally went over 123,000 subscribers last night. Boy, that took a long time. Like a month to get 1,000 subscribers. That was tough. But you know, it could be worse. I could have gone the other direction. When Ronaldo got to this stage, he kept slipping backwards. But needed something to break through and get it going again. Not sure what that something would be, but I need something to happen. Refusal of hospital treatment, except there was none. They were quicker to do that than they were, of course. Oh, Firefox is having problems again. Who are the rich blaming the rich? What are you talking about? Well, thanks, Utopi, but if it's 213,000, I'd be happier. 223,000. Yep. Yeah, it's a little frustrating. Anyway, I took people's advice. I started putting these things onto my Facebook page too. So hopefully that'll make a difference. If you're not a subscriber to my Facebook page, folks, you can go to the Facebook page. One of the mods got the link handy. I think I've got it open here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. You don't have to find it. I'll get it. Copy. Okay. So if you want to join me on Facebook, I'm going to start using Facebook more often, but I've avoided it for a long time. I'm also going to make an Instagram account when I get around to it. You know, start doing more. And I'll try to dual broadcast. I'll try to broadcast on Facebook too. Maybe more people join us. I don't know. Because I can multi-stream, but I've never tried it. But it tries to log in your personal account and not the business account, which is very frustrating. That's why I haven't done it. So, yeah, it is lame, Matthew. I agree. And Johan Erlang has just started following me on Facebook. There you go. Thank you, Johan. There you go. So, yep. So I'm late to my Facebook page. Why am I not streaming there? Anyway, I pay for that service. Might as well stream there too. Yep. Wouldn't that be something? Anyway, but I did stream last night to my Rumble. That wasn't working for several months, and I tried again last night, and suddenly it streams the last night with the there's someone else has jumped over on Facebook. Thank you, Alex. It suddenly started working on Rumble again with the Common Sense Conservatives. So I put it on my channel last night on Rumble. How are we doing at Rumble? I don't think I have any followers over there. Rumble. So I have several channels on Rumble. Let me see which one. Also, I'd appreciate if you're not following me on Twitter to follow me on there. I was locked out of my Twitter for a while, folks. That was very annoying. I finally got back into it. Yeah, I finally got back on after a long time, so only has 2 views. Chris Wyatt Reports was on there. From June last year, I had 1,299 views. Huh. So where you used to be able to see my channels. I don't see which channels. I'm looking for the specific channel now. Huh. Go ad free. Yeah, not my favorite. Where is they've changed this around? I haven't been there so long, so dashboard. Rumble Studio. Go to dashboard. Okay. Still doesn't tell me which ones. Huh. Channels. There it is. I finally found my channels. Okay, I got mine. Chris Wyatt Africa, Liberty Under Assault. Chris Wyatt Africa has 1,500 viewers. Yep. I'll just become a member. Thank you, Vander Durant, for becoming a member of the channel. Wow. Wow, you've been one for 8 months. Thank you for that. Twitter account at WMWChris. I was getting to that. At WMWChris. At WMWCHRS. That's Twitter. I was locked out of it because the state security agency or another actor used a VPN to pretend they were in Seattle and logged into my account and changed two-factor authentication. It took me time to verify who I was, but now I've set it up. My photograph, my ID are in there, so they can try that bullshit again. Yep, and I got in without help from anybody. Someone promised to help me, but it never paid off. Vander Durant, thank you for the 70 round, man. Is that what who looks like? What are you talking about, Dusty? You talking about my image on there? Is that what you're talking about? On Facebook? Well, that's a picture from a few years ago, yeah. But that's Facebook, yeah. I changed it up last night, put the Drakensberg in there, and I put in that photograph. So, and also changed the name to Colonel Chris Wyatt. The address is still in Daba Africa Group, but now it says Colonel Chris Wyatt. So 1,000 followers. But that's, I don't think it doesn't give you exact amount. Let me see. Reload it. Why is this there? I don't want that on there. It shows that darn board. I just want this to show. So, yeah, there you go. Now we can't let it happen to America. No, it has nothing to do with Epstein. They keep trying to say it's Epstein. It has to do with him. Well, it has to do with Epstein, but it's not with sexual stuff. It has to do with him misusing his official office and potentially giving state secrets to Epstein. That's what it's about. Henry says our time here is over. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Take care. Why is our time here over? What does that mean? Are you leaving, Henry? Or is someone going to cancel this broadcast from Google headquarters? Or are you visiting somewhere and now you're leaving there? It's a bit confusing, man. Can you tell us what you're talking about? Because we're all curious now. So, I don't know if you guys saw this. A man struck a random family with his car. A man. Let me bring that over here. Show you how the press treats things. A man. I can guarantee you if I did it, it would say a white Christian man. That's what they'd say. Probably a cis white man. But a man is accused, a man. But let me tell you what really happened here. A black man intentionally murdered a 3-year-old child. It had nothing to do with him at all whatsoever. So here's what, if you search for this, Alexander Lamar Banks Jr. in Michigan. That's who I'm looking for, okay? It says Delta Township shooting suspect told he attacked family because he received threats online. Man allegedly drove car into family. Man accused of hitting. Man charged after childhood. Man accused. Charges in Delta Township homicide. Man, nothing about a racial crime here. Delta Township. Man, child killed. Fundraiser for woman 72 injured. Man accused of hitting a car. Testimony begins. But here you go. Here's the man, the racist black man who attacked a white family. 21-year-old Alexander Banks will undergo a competency evaluation. He killed a 3-year-old. The child's 33-year-old mother and 36-year-old father were also wounded, as was a 72-year-old woman who tried to intervene. What a piece of shit. Because he's black, we don't mention that. He's just a man. But at least this time they correctly list him. In many prison records, they list black men as white men to skew the prison statistics. Oh, you mean your time in South Africa is up. That's what you mean. I understand now. He drove around the block in this neighborhood a couple times and saw a family walking down the street. Banks Jr. advised that he crashed into the family, intentionally trying to strike the male. Banks advised that he got out of the vehicle, grabbed the shotgun, and began shooting the family he just crashed into, then began beating a male with the shotgun when an older female came running towards him. He dropped the shotgun and fled on foot. A man allegedly drove a car. There's the 3-year-old child he murdered. Paige Smith. And there's the lady who tried to intervene. A man. Not a black man, but a man. Oh, and he's allegedly caught on video, even though they have the video. Police responded to an active violent incident in Delta Township, Michigan, where they found 4 victims. They administered life-saving measures, but a 3-year-old girl was pronounced dead at the scene. Her daughter's dead. She was critically injured, 72-year-old woman. She suffered trauma to her head and face and had to undergo brain surgery. Her intervention reportedly stopped the alleged attack on the child's mother, who alleged to police Banks had pulled her so hard that she thought he was trying to break her neck. Authorities alleged Banks told them he carried out the attacks because he'd been prompted by online threats. Not from these people. He had to kill someone to save his family. He pled not guilty. The man, the black man, of a racial hate crime. Oh, here's one more. CBS News. A man accused of running down. No mention he's black. No mention that he's black. Not once in the story. What a bunch of scumbag media. But oh my goodness. A white man commits vehicular manslaughter against a black man. Again, I don't care that he's black or white. But the reason for highlighting this, we know the reason why. Careful in Kimberly, Vanna. Yep, it's sickening. Oh yeah, it would have been highlight if he was white. Absolutely. There'd be no end of it. That'd be the story. That's all they'd be talking about. Waiting patiently for your turn. Yep. Okay, hang on a second. Got removed from a group. Didn't do anything. Interesting. Did you see the paid post from AfriForum about the new wording of the bill? No, I didn't see that. Okay, Connecticut folks, have a good night. Be well. I think it's about time for all of us to wrap up here. Yeah, it's about that time. Okay, so thanks, everybody. Be sure to hit the like button if you don't mind. I appreciate you being here. And we'll catch you tomorrow. I've got to do a 9 o'clock Zoom session with Reporter and 2 refugees in America. Then I've got to do 10 o'clock refugee interview. Speaking of which, did she send me a photo? I want to set that before I go to bed. Pikachu. She did not send me a photo. Okay. Well, that's kind of hard. I don't even know where she's at. So it's kind of hard to set that one up. So anyway, I wish people would follow directions. I asked for a photograph. So yeah, so 9 o'clock media session, 10 o'clock Pikachu with a refugee interview. And then I won't set up to the morning because I haven't got a photo, so I don't know if it's going to happen. Then 11 o'clock the news. Then I've got a 2:30 with a media conglomerate that wants to carry my program. We'll see if they want to carry my program, if they want to pay me or they expect me to pay them. If that's the end of the game, I'm not paying anybody. So sometimes these things are not what they seem to be, so I'm not excited about it. And then the men play at 3:10 tomorrow. So, all right, Meerkat, you're just in time. Biz news. Yeah, I haven't heard from Chris. Let me see what she says. She usually contacts me. Oh, come on. So I haven't heard from her, so I don't know. I don't know. Yep. I don't know. Okay. Excuse me. I'm actually kind of tired, guys. You're very welcome, you guys. See you later on, okay? Cheers. Be well.